Hey, do you want to know something? I've been spending the last week or so with a couple of musicians and they're getting ready for a big concert. One of them is my wife. Now, when you spend time with musicians, they talk a lot about music, of course, about composers and about teaching, because the conversation at the dinner table turned to teaching children. Most musicians cannot make a living by doing concerts alone. Only those who are very, very famous can. So lots of musicians teach to keep the lights on, and that's okay. It's part of their job. Now, here's something many musicians have in common. They have observed this thing. No matter what instrument they teach, it's a general lack of commitment, perseverance, and patience from students as well as from the parents of those students. Kids will be enrolled for, let's say, a year and never come back. And when you ask for a reason, Mom will say, well, it's got nothing to do with you, but Jack just wanted to try something else. First of all, who's in charge in this family? Jack is 5 years old, for Pete's sake. What does Jack know about what's best for him? Some parents are so quick to give in, teaching their kids it's okay to give up, especially when things get a little bit challenging. Because that's usually the real reason. When things get a little tough, some kids just don't want to do it anymore. And when you let them get away with it, what life lesson does that teach, I ask you? Things are usually hard before they get easy, don't they? Overcoming obstacles is what learning is all about, what life is all about. Learning something you thought was impossible that will eventually allow you to create something beautiful. I compare it to learning a foreign language. You don't give up after a year because you're not able to speak it fluently yet. You keep on studying, adding more words and phrases and grammar to your repertoire. You practice every day, you listen to that language, you watch TV shows in that language, and slowly you start speaking that language. It takes time to become good at something, really good. You also have to be willing to make mistakes. Oh gosh, the awful word mistakes. Lots of mistakes. Learning to play an instrument teaches you to be focused and patient, to develop fine motor skills. You learn to truly listen and direct yourself when the teacher's not there. And later on you learn to play with others and cooperate instead of fight. And at one point you look back and you're so happy that you never gave up. At least that's my experience. But Jack will never get that chance, even though he was a very talented kid. If you're learning something new at the moment, stick with it. Give yourself a chance to succeed and become good at what you do. Giving up is so easy. Anyone can do it. Too easy. When things get challenging, they become interesting. And remember, the best students usually get the most challenging tasks.